All right, I wanted to make a quick video just describing how you can test if your battery is good or bad. Sometimes when you plug it into a charger, it may say the battery's bad, or it just doesn't work. So you can actually check that with a multimeter, and I'll show you. Just to recap, so some of these batteries you use in RC cars, these are your nickel metal hydrate. And what you can do is you can get a multimeter, put it on voltage. Okay, put it on the voltage, and then you can actually check the voltage on this nickel metal hydrate. Okay, so I just gotta change it. All right, so it actually says right now, this one says 9.2 volts. Okay, so typically with nickel metal hydrates, they're pretty safe. This one is your 7 cell because it has an extra cell, 3, 6, 7, and I think it charges to like 8.4 is nominal, but fully charged is like 9.6. So if a nickel metal hydrate battery is bad, usually when you read that, it'll be like less than probably 6 or 7 volts. Okay. Now, with a LiPO battery, again, you can have different types. Typically, in probably at least a decade, they've made them where they have the balance lead that you use for charging and the power lead. So you have 2 leads. Recently, though, what they're doing is these companies are combining them all, and so they basically have one plug, so you have to buy their special charger. All right, so this is your smart technology from Spectrum, and then Traxxas has their own, and these connectors have like circuits in them, so you can plug them in, and it will actually determine if it's a LiPO or if it's a nickel metal hydrate. So again, you could check the voltage like I did with the nickel metal hydrate here, but you can't really check each cell unless you plug them into their specific charger. So, for example, here is a LiPO battery, and what we can do is, again, we can check the main voltage here, okay? So if I check the main voltage, just be careful not to touch them, right? My batteries might be getting low in this, but I'll put it right to there, okay? So that's 7.65 volts, fully charged. Then what you can do is you can check each one of the cells separately, okay? So what I would do is, you see how there's three things here? I'll zoom in here. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so this is actually what they call a 2 cell. So you're going to have 3 wires going in here. You can actually put the plug here. Let me see if I can zoom in better here. Let me get right in here like that. So what I'm going to do is, there's 3, and I'm going to put it right here in the middle, and don't touch them, and then put it right here. Okay, so if you put in the middle and over here to the right your leads, all right, the voltage is saying 3.82. Okay, now if you put it all the way to the left, okay, way over to the left, you touch it, and then you touch the one to the right, that's your total voltage. And then if you go over here, that's one of the cells. Okay, so the first one on the left and the middle is 1 cell, so 3.82. Then what you can do is move over to measure the other cell, and that one's 3.82. Okay, so basically I'm putting 1 lead here and 1 lead here, and then removing and put another lead here and here. So the first 2 on the left are 1 cell, the 2 on the right is the other cell, and from here to here is your total voltage. So what you can do is check each cell, and if one cell is typically like less than 2.5, it's probably not going to charge back up. All right. If you see one cell being like 1 volt and the other one 7, put that in a sand pit immediately. Okay. Like in a bucket, because that battery is dead. Remember, each cell cannot be charged over 4.2 volts. All right. So if it gets charged that high, anything over 4.2, yeah, it's not good. Or if it's below, typically we don't like to go below 3. So it's hard to get the charger to charge it. Okay. So this is your 2 cell. You're going to have 3 lines. This one is, I believe, this is a 4 cell. So there should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. Okay. So you can check again from left, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They're each cell. Okay. If you measure from way to the left and way to the right, that's your total voltage. And then each one is your cells. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that's how you can check. Again, you would put one right here. See if I can put it so you can see it. Right here. And here without touching. All right, so that's 4. And then move them over. A little tricky. Okay, and that one's 4. So usually in storage mode, I got to put this one in storage. Should be about 3.8 volts. Okay, so you just want to charge them, and if you're going to store them, they should be about 3.8 volts for the LiPO batteries. That's how they like to be stored. Okay. Now, if you don't have a multimeter, you can buy one of these. These will actually you plug in the balance lead. Okay, actually this one you have to plug in upside down. You put it in, it's going to be loud for a second. It'll beep, and it will actually tell you the total voltage and the cell voltages. All right, so this one's a 4 cell, and then it'll go back to all. Okay, so again, this battery needs to be put in storage mode. I could do it with a 2 cell. It's a little mini multimeter that tells you. So this one's good, this one's in storage mode. Okay. So you can buy one of these. Just look up like this is a low voltage monitor. That's what this one says. But you can find them. This is a Venom. Just find balance lead multimeter plugs or something like that. All right, I'll see if I can put a description or a link in. This is a 1 cell because you got 2 wires, so you could check the voltage with a multimeter or using one of these. And again, reminder, each cell should never get below 3 and should never charge above 4.2. I would always balance charge when you plug them into a charger, not just charge, because sometimes when you charge, one cell might go above 4.2 and you don't want to do that. All right. Typically, most batteries have 2 plugs, the balance lead and the main line, where again, some other name brands, they have it all in one and you can't really check each cell. So if you plug one of these in and it doesn't charge, either you don't know if it's the battery or maybe the wires, so you just got to kind of check. All right, I hope this gives you a good rundown, and let me know if you have questions.